In such a good mood. This is so exciting.
When he pulled off the sofa. Indeed, a week after President George's departed sojourn in the toilet, he remained confused and disoriented, and his parents were to be observed.
Morning guys, I should probably say good afternoon by now, but I thought I would actually pick up the camera and vlog this weekend because it feels like I haven't had a full weekend. Well, I have had weekends at home, but like a full good week and weekend at home, and there's so many home updates to update you on. And I feel like this is kind of like my favourite weekend. Like I've got the weekend to myself, running my errands, getting loads of things done with the house, and just like making headway. I feel like there's been so many jobs to do in the house that have been sat on my to-do list and like niggling at me, and a lot's actually been happening that I haven't been showing you or even like posted or anything. And it's just been kind of happening behind the scenes in between me traveling this summer. So it feels good that I can now like have the next few weeks to focus on getting things done and bringing my visions to life. We're bringing the Pinterest board to life, which makes me very happy. It honestly is like a dopamine hit for me to just have afternoons like this, like a good weekend. I'm going to go to the flower shop, I need to go to B&Q, I need to run some other errands for the house, like I need to get some of the mouldings remade for the bedroom because I am basically changing the bedrooms over. And I was like, you know what? I could have a chill weekend. Instead, what do? I decide to bang through walls and basically redecorate bedrooms and change them over. there's been loads of different decisions being made. I've dismantled beds, we've put it in the garage, we now want to remantle it and put it in the guest room. And basically I want to swap the master bedroom over to where the guest bedroom is, and then the other guest bedroom has been converted into something else, which I'll be sharing in a whole different video because that is near to completion and it looks so good in there, and I can't wait to show you what has been happening. So my first protocol today is to go B&Q because I need to get a colour match for this paint, which is for that room. So you won't be seeing that yet because I'm too much of a perfectionist. I don't like showing things kind of in progress. I really want to show you like the before and after of what's been going on in there. So that will be coming, I promise. I've been vlogging a lot of that. But this is basically the paint colour, which is going to be going in there, and I've also ordered some samples of wallpaper which I'll show you. But the project I'm going to be working on with this vlog and this weekend, oh my god, I thought that leaked my bag then, but it was just that. Whew. The project I'm going to be working on is basically redesigning the master bedroom, and then I will be then redesigning the ensuite. So first of all, I'm going to be doing the bedroom, and we're knocking out the cupboards at the back because it's a really weird design, and that's why we put the guests in there. Even though it's the bigger bedroom, it kind of makes no sense, but we basically have these units that are built in next to the chimney breast, and that means you can only have like a small bed in there. It's like a small double. So every time we've had guests over, obviously they feel like sardines in this like bed, and we got this 4-poster one and it is beautiful. It's just not functional, and everyone says when they come over like, why isn't this your bedroom? Because it is the biggest bedroom in the house and it has the bigger ensuite. So I'm just kind of like, I feel like it makes more sense for us to move into that room and completely redesign it. I've been using ChatGPT, I can never say that right. But it is such a good function to visually like see something as AI. So I'll show you those pictures, I'll put them on the screen of some of the images I've put in to how I want to redesign the bedroom. But first of all, I need to go B&Q, get paint for the other one, and I also want to see if I can get some stain because we are ripping up all of the floors and the stairway. I'm going to be stripping all the paint, staining it, painting it, and we're going to have all carpets put down and also a stair runner. So that's all happening as well. All of the doors have been coming off. We are cutting the doors down to fit the carpet, also staining them. So there's a lot happening upstairs in the house, which is basically what I've been working on. But I've had some lovely new pieces in from the Cotswolds company, so I will show you that as well, because I've had bedside tables arrive, which are beautiful, and then also the outdoor set, which I've been styling with some of the tableware as well. So it's all been kind of go behind the scenes, although I have been traveling a lot. There's been a lot going on at home that I just haven't got round to vlogging yet, so it feels good to get back into routine and vlog with you guys, because I know these are kind of the vlogs that I enjoy watching, and you guys have been saying I miss the home vlogs, so here we go. So I really am going off on a tangent here, and I'm having a no makeup day, by the way. This is like a no makeup, I literally have no makeup on. It's just La Roche-Posay SPF tint. I'm going to turn the settings down because it always makes me look so pale, I don't know why. I've just got La Roche-Posay tint on and by Terry CC serum, and that's it, and then a little bit of Road blush. I just like on the weekends to let my skin breathe. I don't really like wearing makeup. But does anyone else have a secret stash? It's not even really that secret. In the car, actually I want a cherry one, of snacks. I always have to have something to keep me going, especially I always have this car when I go horse riding, and afterwards I always just need like a pick-me-up, and usually share it with the horses as well. But I can't wait to get back riding tomorrow. I've been trying to do it in between being away, but it's just not the same as like being in your pure routine with it. So I've got my lesson early in the morning, and then I'm going to go straight into a hack, and it just brings me so much peace. I love a Malwan, but got my sugar hit. Now let's go on the road. Just in B&Q, I'm having to get the paint and varnish remover because I need to remove the paint on the banister and also part of the stairs, and look to sand it, well not sand it, basically stain it on top and then paint the underneath. I'll put a picture on the screen of the inspo. So I need to get that, and also look at paint samples, which I was just over there looking at. I do actually really like lick paints. This is the colour I've got in the mud room, which actually turns out we loved it. It was so nice. I quite like this maybe for the master bedroom, like a light but not too deep brown colour, or maybe Mouse's back. So I'm going to get a sample of that as well in Farrow & Ball, but I do really like Lick. I was thinking, how cute would this be for like a powder room as well? It's like pink. And then this is Mouse's back. We've got this actually on the panelling in the bedroom at the minute, but this actually turns out so nice. But obviously we've painted it on wood. We've not actually painted it on the walls. So I want to see what that looks like. So we're also looking at this colour, but I think this actually is too grey, and I have tested this before in the house. I feel like it just doesn't work. So the builder's just left, and we've just obviously got all of this left over from where he has knocked out the cupboards, and he's basically done the wardrobe, and then he's going to come back and do the actual drawers, like the cupboards at the back. But this is all of the mess, and I obviously had to sort out all of the clutter that was under the bed. But I was going to show you the wall. I think I've got a clip. If not, I'm just going to show you now because we've had to move the bed over. So I've cleared out the room, as you can see, because obviously the bed was here, and then he's going to be coming back and knocking out these. So originally I wanted these completely out and then plaster the wall so it was in line with the chimney breast. But he actually came up with a better idea, and he's like, for the sake of losing a little bit of space and also the cost of it, it would actually be better to knock out some of these cupboards and then basically get someone to rebuild them, like reconstruct them. So you're going to have it symmetrical either side, and also bring it back here. For some reason, obviously it comes out a lot. So have it flush with the wall, but have the cupboard back, and also you can reconstruct it, because I want it more of like a dark wood. So we're hoping we can get a carpenter in, which he has hopefully a contact, that it would basically be like here and here, because I've measured the bed. It's 190 centimeters, so it does come out to like here. But obviously the room is off center at the minute, and I want to make it center because it just doesn't work. But the only problem is obviously all of the electrics. It's never ever simple when you do projects like this. So we're going to have to move the electrics, and then we also have this ledge. So this is maybe something that we're going to have to figure out and hopefully get it flush with the wall, because when obviously this comes out, everything's going to be in one line, and I want the bed headboard to be at the back of the wall. The wallpaper is all going to come off, but I thought there's just no point touching it until he knocks all of this out today, because at the minute I've got a lot of like my makeup in here that I need to organise. It is an absolute mess, so there's a lot I need to go through. But I did the big job yesterday, which was everything under the bed. Just shoved the bed in this corner, so you can't really get the full spec of it. But I kept popping up and putting my head around the door, and he's like, why do you keep looking? I was like, because it just seems so nice to see the room feel more open. But obviously the bed's there, you can't get the vision. But these wardrobes, as soon as they were knocked out, it just opened up the room a lot more. And I know they didn't take up a crazy amount of space, but it just then makes the room feel like a box room again, if that makes sense, and a little bit more symmetrical. So here I'll have the chest of drawers, and I do really want a TV in the room. Chris is against it, but maybe a TV. If not, we're going to have the chest of drawers here, and then obviously dress it. and then possibly a little vanity area where I can kind of get ready. But I do obviously use the bathroom to get ready, but that is all going to be renovated. The door he did do, so he's cut down the door. It's all messy in here. And then obviously once all of this is done, hence why we're having to do this now in terms of taking out the wardrobe, taking out the cupboards, because we're going to be laying all of the carpet down. This is lovely parquet floor, but it's just not to my taste, and it's been bugging me for the past 2 years that we've lived here. So again, all carpet laid down throughout the whole of the upstairs. You can see this door as well, it's been taken up to fit the carpet underneath, so hoping it will all fit. We did hopefully go by the right measurements, but this is what I need to tackle. I need to get all of this rid of today to free out the hallway. Amazon Prime obsessed. I definitely get the most out of my, is it like a subscription? I ordered some things off there, like, you know, just like household things that you need. And then I did also get, I've changed by the way, because when I got home I just wanted to get into comfies. I've got my Abercrombie linen trousers on, which I go on about so much, and then just an old like comfy t-shirt. But in my Amazon Prime order, this came back in stock. I had it on, it was kind of like a wish list, and every time I went to get it, it was out of stock, but it came back in stock. Sorry, this is my sticky marks from just putting some lip balm on, but it's the Ralph Lauren book, and I thought this would be perfect as a coffee table book. And it's just such a beautiful book. I was actually just sat reading through it, and he's such an inspiring man, how he came about his brand, all of the work he put into it, how he was so inspired by his wife, and then how it basically came and evolved from what it was, just like the basics, and then how he evolved it into sport, and then the purple label, and then going into home. I just find it really inspiring, and it's just such a beautiful book. So I will link it, because hopefully it's still in stock on Amazon, as I also have his other book in the studio. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got these because I thought this is a good idea for the walk-in wardrobe, because I'm currently in the mix of doing that, which actually I feel like I've just dropped that with you guys, but that will all be coming soon. But these basically hook onto your hanger. Does that make sense? Like this way. So say if you've got a top with the matching trousers or a top with a matching skirt, it's really hard to see it like this, but once it's on the hanger you'll see when I do the full reveal of the walk-in wardrobe. So that's very exciting. I also have just been matching the paint that I got from B&Q, and it actually matches perfect with the sample I got. So I'll be painting that room, like finishing it the next week. This is just really random, but I always get these from Amazon. They're little spot patches and they're clear. I've just had a little one come here, so I'll put that on, and I find these work really well. So I've topped up that, and very adult of me, I got a hose, because our hose is rubbish. So I'm hoping that this works. This was like the most rated one, flexi hose, and all of my flowers definitely need a good water. So that's in that box. I also got some wallpaper samples for the bedroom, which I'll share with you. That's not from Amazon though, I got it from a few different brands. Oh, and then in here, some more home items. I wanted to see how these were going to turn out. I got some wall lights for the wardrobe room. I keep calling it wardrobe room, walk-in wardrobe. It's so hard not to share it with you guys, because it's actually been installed quite a few weeks ago, but because I've been coming home, away and coming home, I've never actually managed to like sit and focus on it and do the finishing touches. That's what I've been doing. And I ordered these sconces. And then what else is in here? Oh, I got a cover for my Canon G7X, which is what I vlog on, because you guys know I've been moaning how it's been broken, and I've got it fixed, and my old one I've also sent off to get fixed, so I've always got a backup then. And I thought, to keep it safe, I will get a cover for it. And a few of the girls on the trip I was on in Monaco had this, and they were like, it's life-changing, it really helps it. So I'm going to see if this fits the camera. You know, just like Amazon, you can get everything from it. It's so good. See how these wall lights are? I feel like sometimes it's always hit and miss. It can be an absolute find, or it can look a little bit tacky. So I'm hoping these will be nice. I've also seen some beautiful ones with like these gold bows on from, I believe it's a brand called Mrs. Alice. They don't come in stock till September, and I'm kind of like, I want it next day. But then I'm thinking, do I get those for the master bedroom, which we're obviously in the mix of? which the builder's actually upstairs at the minute plastering. It comes with a light shade, which is great. I actually don't think these are bad, you know. I think these could work because I wanted them to be quite small to go on the side walls. So it's a nice like antique-y gold brass. It's not too harsh because I feel like sometimes it's hard to get the gold to look nice. These are also, by the way, wireless, so I don't have to drill. Oh, it also comes with the bulbs, which is great. So you just charge it here on the side with a USB to do it properly. What an absolute find on Amazon, because these are sometimes so expensive online. I love Pookie lights, and a lot of my lighting around the house is Pookie, but this looks like a Pookie light and it's like an Amazon dupe. Very, very impressed. Like I said, this is wireless, so it's rechargeable and it comes with a bulb. I am so impressed with this. I love it. I just think it adds that kind of character to the room, and lighting is so key to have layered lighting, and I think this is going to look brilliant on the wardrobes, so I'm very, very excited to share all of that with you. And I'll probably get similar, if not the bow ones, and order them for the master bedroom. But I'm going to finish doing the rest of like house chores today. I need to strip the banister and see how that's going to look. I'm not doing it all, I'm just doing a test part, because obviously I need to strip the paint and then see if the stain is going to work on the wood. That's my next task, and then I'm going to go around different rooms where I need to test paint and just little bits and bobs that I need to do. So let's get cracking. And these are the wallpaper samples that I got. So this one is actually Colfax and Favour. You get actually a big piece of that. So I've got these three, but I just don't think these are going to work on the wall. I feel like the design is just too big. I want it to be quite small. So as much as they're beautiful, I just don't think they're going to work. I love the colours in this, like the greens and the blues, and just bringing in different hues in the bedroom. It's very soft and calming, and I feel like something like this could work, but not all over the walls, like maybe just on one wall. But I just think the design is a little bit too big. Whereas these two I actually found from Sandberg. This is the Harry Spring Green, like a gingham. I just think this is too loud for the bedroom. It doesn't feel calming at all. And then I also loved this one, which is a little bit more dainty, which I thought could work quite nice. And again, this is from the same brand, and this is the Civ Oat. But I thought this could also look beautiful in the wardrobe room on one of the walls. So I'm going to go test these in at the bedrooms and have a look whilst I start staining and sanding and everything else. Really picking it up that well, but I've kind of stripped a little bit off. And this is obviously the raw wood underneath, which is given that orange hue. So I would have to look at seeing if I can get it all off and do a test of the stain, because I basically want all of this to be dark wood. This will be repainted. I think I'm going to paint this radiator cover as well. But I just think it needs such an update. Like, you can see how old it is. It's not really focusing at the minute, and how it's all coming away. But this was just a little bit of a test. Okay, a few hours later, and this is the mess we are currently in, which is just lovely, but it's progress. Everything is progress. So as you can see, the cupboards have been completely knocked out, which has left the original flooring of the house, which is so old. This must be hundreds of years old, and you can see the wooden floor underneath. So obviously this is all going to be made good in terms of it's going to be covered, and then after that the carpet will be laid down. And then he has made the partition here to level out the chimney breast, so it will then be symmetrical. So obviously we cannot knock out the chimney breast. It's not possible. We also cannot knock out this ledge, because this is where all the electrics are, and we can't have the electrics on the chimney breast. Here there is actually a hole in the floor, which is great, so we need to cover that up, and you can see there's just wires everywhere. So he will be coming to plaster this partition. Sorry, I'm moving quite fast. It's probably going to make you feel sick. But he is going to obviously plaster this partition, make good of the wall behind me where the wardrobe was, and then we also need to get the coving and the skirting made up. So we've got little samples of it, which is obviously what's come off, and that will then need to be moulded and fitted at the top and at the bottom. And then we can start to like sand all the walls, because this was the glue from the wallpaper, and then paint. but I'm still undecided on the paint colour and what I want to do. I'm coming up with different ideas and inspiration. I'll put them on the screen so you can see some of the ideas running through my head, but I need to get all of this out of the room, like all of these cupboards and everything need to come out and go downstairs and be recycled. So there's lots to do in kind of just like the horrible jobs of moving everything out, which is going to take a while, and everything's obviously feeling a little bit dusty, but this is just the progress that I thought I'd update you on. I'll give you a tiny little sneak peek whilst I'm up here of the walk-in wardrobe so far, because I just wanted to see how the light is going to look on the green in here, and I think it's going to work perfectly. So I'm going to have these, obviously this will be moved on the side here, and you guys will be seeing a lot more of this room and updates and how it's all going to be looking. But I love the antique gold against the green. I think it works very well, so I'm actually really happy with these lights. But this is just a glimpse into it, and you can see I've also been painting this afternoon as well, and I managed to match the colour perfectly. Well, I didn't, B&Q managed to do it perfectly with the colour that was on the wardrobes, and then obviously there will be carpet on this floor as well, so I'm very happy that that was the perfect match. And I've still got quite a bit left in the tub because I need to do the ceiling. I'm going to do that tomorrow and break it up. I have finally just had a shower. I say finally, I feel like I've not stopped all day, and I deserve a glass of vino.
He said, jerking his head behind him.
Cheers. I'm looking very shiny, and my hair is all slicked back because I've got a hair mask in. I've had my everything shower, and I also bathed Bailey, and whilst I was bathing him, he just like went crazy. So I got so wet, so I went and put myself straight in the shower. But this is when I'm feeling my best, like fresh, clean, PJs are on, just like comfy PJs, a glass of vino, and I'm gonna start cooking for the evening. I'm gonna do a new recipe. It's nothing crazy, but it's a chicken parmigiana. It's a take on it without the mozzarella. It's Emily Nutritionist recipe. This is the first time trying it. So I've got the chicken, red pepper, cherry tomatoes, parmesan, parmigiana. I'm gonna do corn on the side. She actually didn't do this with her recipe, but I thought, I love corn, and I saw it in the shop. I was like, that would go well with it actually. I've got rocket, and then the rest is kind of like seasoning and tomato puree. So let's see how this goes. I've actually got a new air fryer, let me show you. I've still got some of the labels on because it's actually pretty brand new. I've only used it a handful of times and I've just kept it on for some reason. But this is the double drawer one, which is honestly been a game changer, because sometimes if I'm cooking and Chris wants something different, then we can cook at the same time. And it also has the shelf in here, so you can have it on top, like say if you have the piece of chicken and then like your croutons on the bottom, and you can do the air fry, bake, crisp it, dehydrate it, reheat it, roast it. And obviously because it's the double stack, you have the two different settings. But this has been such a game changer, and it's actually smaller than my old one. It takes up less space, which is perfect on the top. I need to get rid of this packaging on the side. There we go. But highly recommend if you're looking at getting an air fryer, or if you've never used one, they are honestly life-changing. But I really recommend this Ninja one. The fact it's the double drawer, it's compact, and then you can also use it two ways inside as well. Finished dinner, and I actually forgot to show you this. I'm just gonna unbag it now. Hello, this isn't for you. I think he thinks it's a toy in here, but I'm about to get all cozy and set up the living room and catch up on The Summer I Turned Pretty. I've been obsessed with it, but this is actually a new, you want to get in on it. It's a new candle in the diffuser. I love these scents from Zara Home. It just reminds me of my house in Spain. So my mom always has this. As soon as I walk in the house, I always smell it. It's the white jasmine. So I'm going to put this in this candle holder because it's ran out. I burnt through my last one, and I feel like this honestly just smells out the room. It's such a lovely scent, and there's nothing like lighting your favorite candle, putting your favorite TV show on. I'm going to make myself a mint tea and call it a night. They're burning. I've also got the new one from Jo Malone. This was their collaboration with Little Green. I thought it's perfect, this baby blue, to match the hydrangeas as well. This is the lavender moonflower. So both the candles are burning. I don't need the fireplace on. And The Summer I Turned Pretty, the latest episode, has just come on. So I'm so ready to watch this and have a binge session. And I've got a fresh mint tea. And this is what life is made of, guys. I love these moments of just relaxing in my home with my home comforts. Good morning, guys. It's my favourite morning. Getting up early. I got up at 7, had a bacon sandwich in bed, had a coffee, and now I'm off to the stables. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but I have my lesson this morning, and then I go into a hack, which is just the best on a Sunday, getting out in the woods. Whoa! Clearly I cannot multitask. My camera's running out of battery, but yeah, I'm off to the stables this morning, so I'll try and vlog as much as I can, because it's honestly just like therapy for me. I love it, being with the animals, a good 2.5 hours at the stables, and I love having time with my instructor as well. She's just the best. So I'll see you guys there. Have the worst hat hair. I've got my brush, so let's sort this out. But I have had the best, well, it's been like 2.5 hours. I had Abby and we've been training dressage, which I've never done before, but my instructor was like, we've got a competition coming up and I feel like you're going to be ready for it. So I'm going to be training for that over the next few weeks. And I never had myself down as a dressage girl, but she was like, Chloe, I think you're going to do really well in it. So I've just signed myself up for the competition, which is so exciting. I feel like it's going to give me something to like challenge myself, because I feel like I do challenge myself every week, but it's like something to work towards. And then I had Raven on the hack and she was just such a babe, and it was so nice to get out in the woods today. So I just feel on such a high at the minute, and I'm going to go grab Bailey now and take him on a long walk, and I'm just in such a good mood. But I can't believe I'm going to go into competition. This is so exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited. I put down the 3 horses that I would like, and over the next few weeks I'm going to be training myself up for it. So I've signed up again next week to have the same training and even more. But wish me luck. It's going to be the end of August, so we're going to have something to work towards, which is going to be very exciting. But I need to get the aircon on. I'm so hot, but I'm just buzzing. I honestly come away from being with the horses just so calm, so happy, and just in such a good mood. The stables, I thought I'd give you an update. Now it's all been plastered. The floor has been infilled. This has been plastered, so you can kind of see it a little bit more now. Obviously everything needs removing out, so the space will then be clear, but you can see how it looks way more like a symmetrical wall, even though it looks awful in terms of it's not been painted or anything. And then also on the other side, this has all been plastered. So I need to go to the shop and get all the coving and skirting ordered. So basically when this dries, he can come back and we can start all of the decorating and installing this changing the bed, changing all the furniture. All of the doors will be stained, so that will be all different because I just don't like the colour of the doors at all. So all of the doors throughout the house are going to be changed in terms of still the actual same wood, but we're just staining it. So still lots to do. All of the wiring's been put to the sides of the walls as well, which is great. So it's just all these little jobs. It doesn't look like a lot at the minute, but it does take some time. So weekend has been quite productive with this room, and I will check in with you guys in the next vlog.